Hello everyone, in this learning video, Group 1 will explain the format of business letters and catalog. I will introduce the member of Group 1. The first one is Dear Aprilia Rosa Darmawan with NIM 2309003. The second, Gevira Mutia Almeida with NIM 2307357. The third, Mia Sonia with NIM 2308609. The fourth, Tracy Sofiani with NIM 2307841. The fifth, Sophia Tunajija with NIM 2308040. The sixth, Umihani Nurfadila with NIM 2307229. The last one, Tajkal Ajkia Kausar with NIM 2307223. Table of contents. First, definition of official letter format. Second, how to create a letter format. Third, definition of business catalog. Fourth, how to create a business product catalog. 5. Browse business catalog. 6. Purpose and function of a business catalog. 7. Catalog type. 8. Conclusion. Please listen to our presentation.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself again. I am Gevira Mutia Almeida with student ID number 2307357. Now I will be presenting on an essential component of professional communication, the official letter format. However, before discussing official letter format, we must first know what a letter is. So, a letter is a written communication tool used to send message or information from one party to another, either on behalf of an individual or in the capacity of the position in an organization, agency, or company. Meanwhile, an official letter format is a written form used to convey official or formal information to certain parties. Official letters are usually written in standard language. The contents of the letter is short, clear, and careful as needed. Official letter formats generally use letterhead that explain the issuing party of the letter, letter number, date, destination address, and any attachment. Official letter must also have a special stamp or seal for certain circumstances and have a format that is more cinematic and bold using standard rules. The use of this format helps to ensure clarity, consistency, and a professional impression in written communication. To effectively conclude an official letter, it's important to start with a formal opening, articulate the main purpose succinctly, support it with necessary detail, and end with a courteous closing that anticipates a follow-up, all while ensuring the tone to remain respectful and professional throughout.
Okay, next I will explain the key takeaways. Before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Umihani Nurfadila with NIM 2307229. So this takeaway have 3 important points. Namely, the first, correspondence can be sent as a written letter or email. When sending an email message, include the reason for writing the letter in the subject line of the message. The second, when writing a professional letter, carefully proof it and spell check before you print or send it. And the third is the last, formal letter should include details regarding the reason for writing, expression of appreciation to the recipient for consideration of the request, as well as contact information of the letter writer. Next, here I will also explain about things to include in a formal letter. Formal correspondence should include detail about the reason for writing, contact information, greeting and closing, and the sender signature. The first is beginning of the letter. This first part have 3 important points. The first is contact information or written letter. Letter must include the personal contact information of the letter writer and recipient, like name, title, company name, address, phone number, or email, and followed by the date. The second, contact information with email. When sending an email, it is not necessary to include the recipient contact information. Put the writer contact information at the end of the letter after the signature. And the last is greeting. Address the letter using a professional greeting. For example, dear sir, dear miss, dear mom, and other. But mistakes in opening greet are also trivial mistake. Then after occur, you can still see some people writing opening greeting with respect, respectively, and sincerely. Should use dear sir, dear miss, dear mom, or even their college. Next, secondly, there is body of letter has several important points. The first paragraph of the letter should provide an introduction to the reason for writing the letter, so that the letter writer purpose to contacting the person is clear. The second, in the following paragraph, provide specific detail about the request or information submitted. The third is last paragraph. The last paragraph of the letter should reiterate reason for writing and thank the reader for reviewing the request. If required, it is also possible to request a written response or an opportunity to arrange a meeting to further discuss the request. Finally, I will discuss closing the letter. First is use a formal sign off, such as sincerely or regards. When writing a good closing greeting, use best regards, sincerely yours, sincerely, and yours faithfully. Don't use the words thank you, chairman, or don't even include it at all in the closing greeting. The second is signature. End the letter with a handwriting signature followed by a typed name. And the last, signature email. Signature email include your typed name followed by your contact information.
In the professional world, the ability to craft a well-structured formal letter is essential. Such letters are not only a medium of communication, but also a reflection of your professionalism. Here's an in-depth look at each component that make up the standard format of a formal letter. The first is your contact information. The topmost part of the letter contains your contact information. It's crucial for identifying the sender and providing a way for the recipient to respond. This section should include your full name, complete postal address on the next line, then include the city, state, zip codes on the next line. Continue by including the telephone number, then email address. Aligning this information to the left ensures a clean and professional appearance. The second is date. Directly below your contact information, the date it's written is crucial for correspondence tracking and context. This should also be aligned to the left, maintaining the formal structure of the letter. The third is recipient contact information. These sections mirror your contact detail but is for the person you are writing to. It should include the recipient full name, then include the title, after that include the company name, next include address, and finally include the name, city, and state zip codes. All of this ensuring the letter reaches the intended person directly and is crucial for formal acknowledgement and replies. The fourth is greeting. The greeting sets the tone for your letter and establishes your relationship with the recipient. It's crucial to choose an appropriate greeting based on the level of formality and your familiarity with the recipient. If you know the recipient last name, use a formal salutation with their appropriate title, such as Dear Mr. Parker or Dear Mrs. Parker, followed by their last name. Alternatively, if you don't know the person's gender, you can write out their full name. For instance, write their pet Crowdy instead of their Mr. Crowdy or their Mrs. Crowdy. In cases where you don't know the recipient's name of your generic greeting like to whom it may concern or dear sir or madam, selecting the right greeting ensures that your letter begins on a respectful and professional note, setting the tone for the rest of your communication.
Next, there is body of letter. Paragraph 1. This letter states the purpose of the writing, such as requesting or sharing information. So, in this paragraph, the sender of the letter should state the main purpose of the letter clearly and briefly. This can be introducing oneself, introducing the company, or stating the specific reason for writing the letter. In this case, the writer needs to pay attention to politeness and precision of language. Paragraph 2 provides detail about the request or information to be conveyed. So, in this second paragraph, the writer can convey the main details or information that they want to convey to the recipient of the letter. This can be a product or service offering, a request for business cooperations, or information about a particular project. The writer also needs to explain clearly and pay attention to the clarity and relevance of the information conveyed. Paragraph 3. If needed, additional information about the purpose of the letter can be included. So, this third paragraph can be used to include additional information that supports or complements the points made in the previous paragraph. For example, it can include a further explanation of the product or service offered or provide relevant case examples. Paragraph 4 concludes by thanking the reader for their consideration, as well as requesting a response to the letter. So, the writer can close the letter politely and briefly, thank to the recipient of the letter for his or her time and attention, and ask for his or her feedback for a positive follow-up. If relevant, the writer can offer to provide more information or collaborate further. Next, there is closing. In this section, the writer ends the letter with a standard and professional closing, such as best regards or respectfully, according to the context and relationship with the recipient of the letter. Next, there is signature. Handwritten signature. A signature in black or blue ink indicates the seriousness and authenticity of the business letter. Next, there are type signature. Make sure to include a type signature with the name underneath to clarify the sender's identity. Can be seen in the example of a business letter beside. In this example, there is a structured letter format. Namely, there is a header that contains at the top the name and address of the sender of the letter, while in the top left there is the date of writing the letter. Next, there is information about the addressee of the letter, which contains the name, position, and address. After that, there is an opening greeting that shows to whom the letter is addressed. Then, there is a is the content of the letter, which contains a statement and reason for resignation, disclosure of experience and appreciation for the company, and an offer of assistance in finding and training a replacement for his position. Then there is a closing letter that contains thanks and best wishes for the company. And finally, there is a signature.
Okay, next we will discuss about email letter format, which contains have 5 parts. The first is subject line. Is written like a subject, colon, then filled in with your name and reason for writing the letter. Secondly is greeting, which is usually written like this, like Dear Mr. or Miss, then last name of the recipient. Third is body of message. Usually your message should generally be 2 or 3 paragraphs at most, and explain why you're writing and what you're requesting. Then fourth is closing, where usually it only contains 1 or 2 words. For example, like this is sincerely. And the last is type signature and contact information. Like the following example, where it is written like this, Mikala's words. Below it, the email mikala.swartz@email.com, and below it is the phone numbers. In this we have example of professional email, where the first we have a subject. In here the subject is annual meeting, then a greeting, and here is Dear Kathleen. Then we have a body of message, and here we have a 2 paragraph, like thank you so much for your assistance in planning our annual meeting, your expertise in handling the meeting arrangement, booking the conference facilities and hotel, coordinating travel, scheduling event, and organizing the meeting is greatly appreciated. I appreciate your help and advice, and I'm hoping we can plan on having your assistance with next year's event. It's tentatively scheduled for January 16, 2025 in Tampa, Florida. If you can confirm your availability, I'll be in touch when we're ready to start planning. Then we have a closing, where like best regard. Then the last is type signature, where this we have just name. It's Peter Hanku.
Definition of business catalog. A business catalog is an extensive research that presents a detailed overview of a company product, service, or both. It serves as a valuable reference guide for customers, providing them with comprehensive information about the offering available. Whether in digital or printed format, catalogs offer detailed description of products and services, including specification, features, and benefits. Visual elements such as photograph or illustration are often included to provide a clear representation of the offering, enhancing the browsing experience for customers. Pricing information is a critical component of any business catalog. Customers need to know the cost of each item or service, including any discount or special offer available. Transparent pricing helps customers make informed decisions and manage their budget effectively. Additionally, catalog typically include instructions on how to place an order, whether through contact information, online order option, or pricing procedure. Providing clear guidance streamlines the buying process, making it easier for customers to make a purchase. Business catalogs often include essential company information to build trust and credibility. This might include details about the company history, mission statement, and contact details. Testimonial or reviews from satisfied customers are commonly featured, providing social proof and reinforcing the quality and reliability of the offerings. Supplementary research like such card, technical specification, or warranty detail are also included to assist customer in making informed decision and addressing any question or concerns they may have. Overall, business catalog play a crucial role in marketing and sales effort across various industries, helping companies attract customers, showcase their offerings, and drive business growth. How to create a business product catalog? First, identify the objective, whether to increase sales, increase market share, or increase brand awareness. It is important to understand your objective and target audience. In addition, you need to know who your target audience is. What are the age preference and lifestyle? A clear understanding of your goals and audience will help you create a more effective product catalog. Second, determine the theme and design of the catalog. The next step is to determine an appropriate theme and design for your product catalog. The theme and design should reflect your brand identity and grab the attention of your target audience. Consider choosing colors, font, and layout that match your brand image. As attractive, high-quality image to make your product catalog look professional and appealing. Third, create engaging contents. Engaging content is the key to creating an effective product catalog. Write clear and compelling product description as in language that best describes the product benefit and features. Fourth, organization of product presentation. A well-organized product presentation is a key element in creating an attractive product catalog. Organize your product systematically into related categories and assign phase number to each product for easy navigation. Fifth, as attractive visual element. A catching visual element go a long way in creating a product catalog that stand out as high-quality product image from interesting angle. 6. Provide contact and booking information. Make sure to provide clear contact information and ordering link in your product catalog. Include your phone number, email address, and website address so that consumer can easily contact you and place an order. If you have a physical store, also provide the store address and opening hours so that consumer can visit the store directly.
Okay, next, I will discuss browse business catalogs. In a business catalog, the contents of the business catalog are the most important thing that will attract consumer interest and need. However, the contents of the business catalog must describe information that is relevant, clear, detailed, and tailored to consumer needs. Because if this is interesting to consumers, then this will improve the branding or image of the product. Therefore, by presenting detailed, interesting, and useful information, you can create an attractive and effective product catalog to increase sales. There are several things that must be in the catalog to make it interesting. Number 1, attractive product description. This description section must describe the features, benefits, advantage, and uniqueness of the product so that the product description is clear and more attractive to consumers. Number 2, create quality product image. By including quality image, of course, this will improve the branding of the product itself. In this section,
The thing that must be highlighted is showing the product from various point of view and showing important details. Number 3, product specifications and features. A good business catalog must provide complete information about the product, including technical specifications, size, materials, colors, and other important features of the product. Apart from that, this section can also explain the benefit of each product features, so consumer can understand it better. Number 4, price and availability. In product sales, it is necessary to include product price clearly and in detail. In addition, a business catalog, you need to pay attention to the available stock, whether the product is ready stock or use a PO system. Number 5, consumer testimonials or reviews, including positive testimonials or reviews from consumers who have used the product. Because of customer reviews can provide strong social proof and increase consumer confidence in the product. Number 6, how to use and care. It would be better to explain the steps that need to be taken to maximize the benefits of the product and maintain its quality. And last, number 7, guarantee. If the product produced has a guarantee or special guarantee, then also include this information in the product catalog. And next, about purpose and function of a business catalog are: first, can improve branding of a product. By introducing products with an appropriate business catalog, this will certainly increase the branding of the product, so that this will expand the reach of the business. Second, attract consumer interest. If the contents of the business catalog provide clear descriptions, attractive image, and comprehensive explanations, this can increase consumer interest in learning more about the products being marketed. Third, increase sales. The good product catalog can be an effective tool for increasing sales, because if the product is presented regularly and describes the benefits and uniqueness, this can change consumer interest into purchases. Fourth, if the product catalog provides complete and comprehensive information about the product, namely by including technical specifications, superior features, how to use it, and product care instructions. By providing clear and detailed information, this can influence consumers in making decisions when purchasing goods. Fifth, building customer trust. By presenting your products neatly, including consumer testimonials and providing accurate information, you give consumer confidence that your products are quality and reliable. And last, 6, facilitate communication and order. A good product catalog functions as a communication and ordering tool. In this section, there are several things that can be filled in, such as including contact information, website address, and clear ordering methods. So this can make it easier for consumers and producers to communicate and carry out payment transactions.
Hi everyone, my name is Aprilia Rosa Darmawan and my number student is 2309003. In this time, I will explain you about the catalog type. So catalog have several types that we can adjust what we need for the product to be made into a catalog. Selecting the type of product catalog that suits the type of business, target audience, and customer preference is important. There are several types of catalog. The first one is print catalog. This type of catalog is made by printing. It is physical form and can be distributed to potential customer. This catalog is also called a traditional catalog. By printing catalog with attractive design, clear product description, and high-quality product image, printed catalog can be placed in a physical store, sent by email, or distributed at exhibition or seminar. Secondly is digital catalog. Product catalog can also be presented digitally in electronic format, namely by creating an interactive and responsive digital catalog that can be accessed via website or mobile application. This digital catalog can feature quality image, engaging product video, and direct link to purchase page. The advantage of digital catalog at that they provide easy access, are easy to disseminate on social media, and are environmentally friendly to use. And third is online catalog. This type of catalog is a type of catalog that is directly related to an e-commerce platform or business website. This type of catalog can improve and expand the product catalog in real time. The online catalog includes several things that can make it easier for customers to search for product, because this catalog has search and filter feature. Apart from that, it can also display detailed product information, customer review, as well as easy purchasing and payment option. 4 is cataloging catalog. This type of cataloging catalog aims to describe product in a more detailed way, because cataloging catalog generally contain detailed product information, including technical description, specification, size, and other features. This type of catalog is recommended for products that require detailed description. And now I will tell you about the conclusion from our presentation. Official letter format and business catalog play a very important role in business communication and marketing strategies. Having a deep understanding of formal letter format helps ensure effective, consistent, and professional communication in a variety of contexts, be it in a business or administrative setting. In addition, business catalog play an indispensable role in introducing product or serving to customer. With attractive design, informative content, and proper distribution, business catalog can increase the appeal of product or service and support the achievement of sales target. While challenges such as online competition and changing customer preference persist, the formal letter and business catalog format remain relevant in this digital age. With the right adjustment, they can remain effective tool in achieving communication and marketing goals. Therefore, it is imperative for companies to continuously develop and adapt best practice in the use of business letter and catalog format in accordance with technological development and market dynamic. So that's all from our presentation. Hope you guys can more understand about the format letter and business catalog. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.